What if everything you've been told about productivity was a lie? You've been hustling. You've been scheduling. You've been saying yes to every opportunity. And yet, you're still exhausted and stuck. Hi, I'm Taria, the Time Scientist. And in this episode of the Time series, we're going to be exposing the three biggest lies that productivity culture wants you to believe. And please stick around because the last one is the most dangerous and the one that I personally fell for. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, she telling truth. I'm telling the truth over here. Might as well. But let's get into it. So, what's the first lie? You just need to hustle harder. Wake up! Hustle! Mm-mm. This lie is everywhere. It's on t-shirts. It's in social media. It's on mugs. Hustle harder. Sleep when you die. Rise and grind. That might be a clip. I'll save that for one later. But let me ask you, how's that going for you? How's that working out? Most people chasing the hustle ends up burnt out, anxious, and still behind. I mean, let's talk about the truth because that's what I'm here for. We're getting rid of these lies. We're going to talk about the truth. With the truth, the hustle culture confuses movement with progress. That's the thing, if you think about it. It's like working 12 hours a day doesn't mean you're actually effective. You're working effectively. It's not. It's not. You're burnt out after a 12-hour shift, a 12-hour day, a 12-hour gig, a 12-hour project. 12 hours. And I've named in the layers of the things that I've done in that way. So I know what 12 hours feels like. It's too much. Productivity is not about how many hours you grind. It's about the quality and alignment of what you're doing. Hustle doesn't equal results. Intention does. I want to take a moment on that. Intention does. That is where that lie comes into. It's not about the hustle. It's about your intention. What is the intention of what you're doing? Okay? Because that's going to go into our second one. Time management is just a to-do list. Put it on the to-do list. Oh my God, get this to-do list, get this planner. If a to-do list could change your life, wouldn't it by now? I mean, and no shade. We are here. This is a culture of acceptance. I have a couple of planners over there, so no shade. But what most to-do lists, what they do, they are just a brain dump of stress, of the things that you feel like you have to do. I got to get all of this done. They're overwhelming and they're out of order most of the time. So let's talk about where's the truth. So the truth of all of this, you don't need more list. You just need more clarity. Kind of going back to intention, clarity. It's important to understand what exactly you're doing. Aligned time management isn't about doing everything. Let me do this, let me do that, let me do that. No, it's not about doing everything. It's about knowing exactly what actually matters and then letting go of the rest. That part's going to be hard. And I know that's going to be hard, that letting go of the rest. But you have to understand first the beginning what actually matters. Because just don't organize your time. Own your choices. You have choices. Choices of life. Figure that out. You can be able to do that. When your action matches your values, that's where the power is. That's where you're going to start to feel that and that choice of what I'm going to do. Because that's going to take us to our third. I'm going to fight you, lie. Saying yes makes you valuable. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Productivity culture teaches us that busyness equals worth. That saying yes to everything proves our commitment. It doesn't. But please understand that for every yes, there is also a no to something else behind that. That no is that no to your peace, that no to your goals, and that no to your time because you said yes. Now, I'm not saying to suddenly stop saying yes to everything, but think about it, the intention, the clarity. Now, let me understand the choices of what I'm doing because this is where it comes into the truth. It's about the boundaries. Your boundaries is a form of self-respect. Oh, that's about as much as I'm going to give you as a musical sound, but saying no doesn't make you selfish. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It makes you focus. We want to remember, come on, time scientist is over here. We're here to align and get you back focused because you kind of were spiraling, crashing out, and we're bringing you back in. So every empowered person you admire got there by learning to say no. So why not you? I know a good deal of a lot of the women that I respect who are out there. They are successful and they're busy, but they're busy in the sense of they are making the bag and you're finding out afterwards. That's how move in silence is basically the key of this. You don't need to announce every time you're moving and doing this and doing that and doing that. Let your success be the result. But you have to be intentional of what you want to do and how you want to get to that end result. So let's shift because now we understand the three lies. You know, these lies keep us stuck in a cycle of that doesn't serve us, and we're not here about that. We're here about being served. That's why we're here. We're having this conversation. Thank you for sticking around because this is video 2. If this is your first time here, I am Turia, the Time Scientist. Please be sure to check out my first video. I'll likely put it right up there. And thank you for coming and visiting for the second video. All right? Because what you have to understand is when you replace hustle with harmony and the to-do list with alignment and overcommitting with boundaries, that's when you reclaim your power. And I really want you to reclaim your power because the only way you're going to be successful and, really take on the world is truly for first inside. You can get all the money in the world, but if you don't understand how to handle it, it's going to be fast and gone and you're going to have to keep going right back to that wheel. So this isn't about doing more. I'm not here about doing more. I'm always about efficiency. It's about doing what matters. And that is the Time Scientist way. So with that, which lie hit the hardest to you? Comment below and let me know. If you're ready to maybe stop spinning, there is a free planner I'm going to link below. Email, just click it, you do what you want with it, copy it, have fun with it. But I am going to link. But be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. And be sure to come back next week because we are going to have a new assignment. We're going to deep dive. This is what we do. We reclaim our time. And thank you. Once again, I'm Turia, the Time Scientist. Now go. Be great.